Thousands trapped on a cruise liner with a deadly virus on board. 10 have already tested positive for coronavirus, but hundreds more results have yet to come back. Passengers have been told to isolate themselves.
All passengers have to remain in their cabins. We can't open a door and walk along the corridor. We are confined to cabin for the duration of the cruise.
Pictures inside appear to show officials checking on cabins. All the ship's communal areas seem to be deserted. Fear is spreading as quickly as the virus itself. This is Hong Kong and another cruise ship, with all passengers and crew told to stay on board whilst health checks are done after 30 of the crew complained of being ill. The ones we managed to make contact with didn't seem unduly perturbed.
Are you worried?
They said they weren't, and clearly weren't being isolated, with many still walking around freely. But with the virus still spreading, the UK government ordered another evacuation this Sunday to airlift Britons trapped in the outbreak epicentre. It follows the Foreign Office advice to Britons to get out of China if they can. That's increasingly difficult for some.
This is one of our married pictures.
John Hall has a newborn with no passport and a Chinese wife with no visa.
They mean the world to me, and if anything happened to my daughter and my wife, I would be devastated. I know it's probably a quiche, but you've probably heard this before, but it's true. They are my life, and as a husband, I need to protect them as much as I can.
I've got a lot of dry foods that I stocked up on.
But other Britons are staying put in China.
I think the risk of taking a flight is still quite high at the moment, and then putting people back home in that situation to me doesn't seem fair. And basically for the last 2 weeks at least there's not been anything going on.
Many people in Beijing, it seems, are staying inside, and pictures we've been sent, these are from Fuzhou in East China, seem to show draconian measures to keep people off the streets. These notices permit one person per household out every 2 days. The virus panic is at its most acute across the border from the mainland in Hong Kong. Many of the only masks available are 10 times the price now.
So crazy, just gone sale, there's no buying.
I think it's acceptable actually, because the price is actually, well, it's not a good time to be making profit for their own business.
All travellers from the mainland to Hong Kong now face 2 weeks quarantine. The next fortnight in both China and its semi-autonomous region will be critical to see if the brakes can be put on this virus. Alex Crawford, Sky News, Hong Kong.